Hey, what's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about how Tory Lanez has come forward and he dropped an album denying that he is the one that shot Meg Thee Stallion. Now, last night I did a live video about this situation, and quite honestly, I was shocked at first that he dropped it in an album form and he did not go live as I assumed, and many of us assumed that he would. Now that the dust has settled and now that I have collectively thought about it, slept on it, woke up, and I'm like, that's literally what we tell every artist to do. We always tell them, stop running to the blogs, stop airing out their business on social media, and put it in the music. Anytime Cardi B has a rant, she has rant after rant, she goes on rant after rant, and we always tell her she needs to put it in the music. And now that Tory Lanez has put it in the music, I honestly think, now that I think about it, that was actually genius. At first I was shocked and I'm like, no, why he didn't go live? But that was for my instant gratification. I didn't want to wait and listen to, an album. I didn't want to wait and hear it in a song. Like, I wanted the news and I wanted it right then and there. But it is art. And if you are a rapper, what better way than to tell your side in your art? And I feel like we can't dictate how he gives us his side of the story. We all wanted his side of the story. He has now given us his side of the story. And now this is how we are going to receive it. He put it in a project, a well put together project, might I add. And in this video, I'm going to go over some of the lyrics that he put out in the song. Now, last night I was a little lit and I was reading through the lyrics, but we're going to read through some of these lyrics in a much calmer, tone. And we're going to dissect and we're going to go through this all. So the first song of the album is Money Over Fallout. And in this song, he first starts out the song with a lot of the media hearsay, like a lot of the news reportings, like he had in clips of like Charlemagne giving him Donkey of the Day and Joe Budden, Maul and taking shots at him, and all of the people who were really big media people who reported on this and reported on him negatively. And he put like little clippings in of that. And then after that was done, he said, all right, I'm done. And now I'm ready for me to tell my side. So I'm going to bring up the lyrics and we're going to read through them. If you guys have not listened to it, you can listen to it for free on YouTube. You don't have to pay for it. But I mean, streaming the song is still giving him coin either way it goes. So it is what it is. Let's look over the lyrics on Money Over Fallout. And let's break it down right now. Okay, so the first line he says, I'm done with this. You got to know the truth. They rather see me in the cell, like how he posted out with $30,000 bail. I'm the GOAT. Y'all niggas know I made that dope float on the scale. I had them hoes going crazy, fiends cracking, going pale. They know I'm real. I got that flow. It's on sale. Okay, so basically right there, he's like, everybody buzzing about how he got out. How is he out? How is he out on bail? Like, how did he get out of jail? You know what I'm saying? So he's talking about that. So then he goes on and he says, Ho caught me D'd up, talk down, we ting up, making people trying to frame me for a shooting, but them boys ain't clean enough. Making people trying to frame me for a shooting, but them boys ain't clean enough. So in this line, he's like, listen, I didn't do this and y'all trying to frame me for something that I didn't do. Y'all trying to frame me for a shooting. Y'all trying to put a shoot up, but y'all ain't even clean enough in y'all antics. He says, I see how they teaming up, watching and I'm calculating. Gotta keep it quiet. I can't jeopardize the outcome waiting. So basically he's like, listen, y'all want me to rush to talk, but I got to keep it quiet. I got to calculate this situation. I got to make my moves wisely when these people are coming for me. He then says, seeing certain niggas hating, like how this nigga hating? I done gave these people so much features, made these niggas famous. How this nigga hating? I done gave these people so much features, made these niggas famous. So it's like, all of the people who was throwing shots at him. So he like, wait a minute, like I didn't help made y'all famous and y'all just gonna throw me under the bus like that? That's crazy. So then he says, they was on the blog saying I'm canceled from this entertainment. I was on that Spotify like 30 million monthly listeners. I'm fucking going crazy. And my fans support me brazy. Everything I do is for you. I promise I'll be on it daily. I got nothing but love to spread, but niggas hate me. Hurt my heart to see them Twitter fingers come from Kehlani and Cash's page. But I flipped the switch, I'm gripping money at a fast pace. Hurt my heart to see them Twitter fingers come from Kehlani and Cash page. So what he's talking about is when Kehlani came forward and she was saying that she was siding with Meg Thee Stallion and she was taking him off of her song.
People were asking me, you know, like, are you going to keep somebody on it who doesn't necessarily make us feel safe or empowered as a woman? And not only was that, but like, this is, you know, the situation was involving someone that I'm extremely close to. So I just felt like on some loyal shit and on some, like, do the right thing. Like, you have to be responsible. Like, absolutely, I'm changing up the record. And I was conversed in private. It was spoken about. It was all thorough. It was business, and it was also loyalty into a situation. So,
all right. So I interrupt this breakdown to let you guys know that I have a lot of new items on my website. You know, if anything, I'm gonna promote myself, which is a black business, and I want you guys to check out my website. I have onesies, glasses. I got all kind of stuff on my website. So be sure to check it out. Well, not right now, but open up a separate tab. Open up my website. I got stuff for ladies. I got stuff for men. And check out, you know what I'm saying, and see if you got something that you might like on there. Now, let's get back to this breakdown because it's getting juicy. And he said, and don't ask me for shit when it gets real. That's my last favor. Can't cry now because I'ma laugh later. Girl, you had the nerve to write that statement on the affidavit, knowing I ain't do it, but I'm coming at my truest. Trying to keep this shit 200 with you. Shorty, I can't prove it. But them people in your ear, they the true ones that I fear. They really got you thinking Tory Lanez would do you in for real. Don't forget you was my... I held it down and kept it real. I would never paint no fake picture of you just for some meals.
But them people in your ear, they the true ones that I fear. They really got you thinking Tory Lanez would do you in for real.
So basically, he's in this section of it, he like, you know, Meg Thee Stallion was my girl, like you was my, you know what I'm saying, I held it down with you, and I can't believe that you would let people get in your ear to flip this on me to get meals. As you guys know, as soon as this stuff happened, Meg Thee Stallion, she started to get endorsement deals. She started to, you know, do a lot of things and get a lot of money thrown her way. So he feels like, or what I feel like he's saying in that part is like, you willing to throw me under the bus for a come up. Basically, I would never paint no fake picture of you just for some meals. And I thought you was solid too. But look at how you doing me. Look at how you doing me. People trying to ruin me. And what's even worse is I'm still thinking about you and me. How you go live on my birthday with all your jewelry to try to make some fool of me. So basically what he's talking about is when Meg Thee Stallion finally spoke out and went live, she spoke out on his birthday. It was his birthday that he went live. And a lot of people was like, damn, she is savage. Like, she really went live on his birthday. Whoopty, 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 whoop. And that's what he's talking about. Like, damn, like, you, out of all days, you chose to go live and address this on my birthday, trying to make a fool of me. Like, what the heck is up with that? Okay? So then, okay, and then he says, and then what's even worse is I'm still thinking about you and me. So he like, you know, like I'm still like, you know, it's like, damn, I feel like you doing me wrong, but I'm still sitting here wishing I could clap them cheeks still and be with you. That's kind of what I'm getting from that. It says, but I love you hard, so I'ma cool it B, cause I was cooling right with Cuban B. That was stupid me. So he like, you know what? I'ma chill because I was doing me too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was being a fuck boy. You know, I'ma cool it because I did some wrong. I was chilling with girls. I was chilling with females or whatever. So I'ma cool it because I do love you, but I was, you know what I'm saying? I was effing up too. My heart is some foolery. This shit is just confusing me. I'm going through these phases, but I gotta stack that paper. And the real estate niggas hating took me off that application. But when they took that from me, they really took that from my baby. So really so basically right here, it looks like he was trying to buy a house. I don't know if he was trying to buy a house for him or his baby mama, because he mentions his baby mama in the next line, saying that he was trying to buy a house, and because of the news headlines, they reneged on his application and denied him from being able to buy a house. So it says, these real estate niggas hating took me off the application, but when they took that from me, they really took that from my baby. What the F I'm finna say to his old lady? What the F y'all mean my son don't need a house? My baby mama don't need safety? And even though I got the payment, the real estate niggas still hating. So he like, listen, I got the money to buy this house. I got everything that I need. But because of this controversy, y'all hating on me and not allowing me to buy a house and provide. And even though I got the payment, the real estate nigga still hating because he watching me all on the news, but I ain't charged with no cases. Says the owner, states my case looking crazy. How the F is that even making sense? New times turn to the past tense. All I want is straight cash. Niggas say I lack sense. Star player hearing lies coming from the back bench. Kill or be killed. That's the reason I don't have friends. So he like, listen, this is why I don't have friends, because y'all niggas be doing the most. Okay, so then he says, niggas lying on my crody. Niggas saying I'm deported. Oh, now I'm 5'3". Niggas saying I'm a shorty. But little B, I'm 5'7". Money on me sidestepping. And if I stand on my wallet, you can't see my thighs in heaven.
Oh, now I'm 5'3". Niggas saying I'm a shorty. But little bitch, I'm 5'7". Money on me sidestepping.
So basically what he's saying is he's responding to the news reports that he was 5'3". So on his arrest record affidavit, it had him listed as 5'3", and you know the internet went crazy and they're like, oh my God, he's 5'3", blah 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 blah. But if you guys know anything about famous people's arrest affidavits, police put incorrect stuff on them intake papers all the fucking time. We seen where they had Stacey Dash as a white woman. I think they had something crazy when it came to Tiger Woods. Like, there's a lot of arrest intake records that when those police input those numbers in, they don't always be putting the right stuff. Sometimes they be being funny too. You know what I'm saying? And what he's saying is, y'all thinking it's a joke. Y'all trying to say I'm 5'3". I'm 5'7", but when I step on my money, I'm even taller than that. Okay? So, all right. And then he says, one umbrella gang, and when we coming back, don't you try repping before I let these niggas breathe. I gotta teach a couple lessons, gotta see a couple questions. How the F you get shot in your foot, don't hit no bones or tendons.
How the fuck you get shot in your foot, don't hit no bones or tendons?
So he's saying, like, listen, you're saying that you got shot in your foot, but it didn't hit no bone, it didn't hit no tendon. And, you know, basically he's trying to say, like, how that makes sense. Like, that don't make sense. You know? And then he says, how the F your team is trying to pay me in some whole millions. I just lost like $10 million because this cold business. But I got like 10 million followers that's gonna roll with me. Fans that support me because they know my heart. So I don't give a ish if shorty no jigga. So basically he like, listen, I don't care what you're talking about over there. I don't care if she's associated with Jay-Z, but I got fans that's going to still rock with me, and I'm going to give y'all my side, my way. That's kind of what I'm getting from that. So then it says, I was taught to beat the block, eeny, meeny, miny in the streets, so my Nina cocked. Niggas, y'all can play me, y'all can't frame me, but I'ma reach the top. I would never put you in danger, and if I did, you would have said it when you seen the cops. So he's just like, okay, if you really thought that I put you in danger, you would have said that when the cops came. You would not have not spoke about it if you felt like your life was really in danger.
4 motherfuckers in the car. Me, you, my homegirl, and your security. Everybody in the car arguing. I'm in the front seat. This nigga in the back seat. I get out the car. I'm done arguing. I don't want to argue no more. I get out. I'm walking away. This nigga from out the back seat of the car started shooting me. You shot me. I ain't get cut by no glass, but let me tell you why they saying that. When the police, because the people in the neighborhood, there's a witness. When the police came, because the neighbors called the police. This did not happen at Kylie's house. This happened damn near back at the house I was staying at. I was just trying to get home. We was 5 minutes away from my spot. The police come. I'm scared. All these going on with the police is shooting motherfuckers for anything. The police was literally killing black people for no motherfucking reason. Soon as the police tell us all get out the motherfucking car, the police is really aggressive. You think I'm about to tell the police that we, us black people, got a gun in the car? You want me to tell the laws that we got a gun in the car so they can shoot all of us up? I'm scared. It's a helicopter over us and some more shit. Why the fuck would I tell the laws somebody got a gun in this car and this shot me? So I can get shot, you can get shot, she can get shot, he can get shot. I ain't tell the police what happened immediately right then because I didn't want to die. I don't want the police to shoot me because this nigga with a gun in the car. I'm leaking, I'm bleeding. Somebody, I'm lying. Did I pay a helicopter to come over me and record my feet leaking blood? No. How the fuck I'm gonna fake that? I didn't tell the police nothing because I didn't want us to get in no more trouble than what we was already about to get in.
On that part, I just never understood what trouble she thought she would get in for somebody shooting her. But let's go back to the lyrics.
I would never put you in no danger, and if I did, you would've said it when you seen the cops.
So that is Money Over Fallouts, and that is just one of the songs in which he addressed Megan. So there's another song on his album where he talks about the night in question, and he says that he was entertaining Kylie. Okay, so the next song that I'm going to go to is his song by the name of Queen and Slim. On this song, he talks about the incident of that night and how he was in the pool with Kylie and how kind of things popped off and transpired. So I'm going to read those lyrics. I'm going to scroll down to the part where he starts to mention Kylie. And then, you know, we're going to get into it. Well, I'm going to just go over the third verse. So basically, you know, it gets to the nitty gritty in the third verse. So that's what we are going to go to. So verse 3, it says, house called at Jordan Wood's house, knocked out and woke up on the couch, woke back and drove to your crib. This time I just know what it is. Next time the pool with you and Kylie, hopped in, coolin', nigga wildin'. She was looking like a effing angel, looking like a baby in a manger. Hop, step, went to the car. Me and Kylie still off in the pool. We just chillin', kicking shit was cool. Both of us didn't know you was trippin'. Even though I got a crush on Kylie, I would've left with you if I knew you was dippin'. For the simple reason, you invited me, but I can't act like shorty didn't excite me.
Me and Kylie still off in the pool. We just chillin', kicking shit was cool.
Both of us didn't know you was trippin'. Even though I got a crush on Kylie, I would've left with you if I would've knew you was dippin'.
But for the simple reason you invited me, but I can't act like shorty didn't excite me.
So basically what he's saying is he was entertaining Kylie, knowing that he was fucking with Meg on the low, knowing that, you know, they have feelings attached. And basically what he's saying is Meg start feeling away, she start tripping. They didn't know that she was tripping. And he's like, listen, I would have left with you if, you know what I'm saying, I would have known that you was tripping.
We had to come kill the streets for 5 minutes. Tory, don't get my phone wet.
So it says, you was just too drunk to even see it. Wasn't anticipating. I never put you in no situation. I never even had an argument with you. A conversation is all I'm bargaining with you. Cause you was my nigga for real. And if you can't agree, then you owe me that. Our mothers would tell us to do the right thing. And it's friendship, my nigga. You told me that.
So even when niggas is coming at me on their Twitter and Insta, I'm over that. Cause once a couple months of memes of me, if it means I'm gonna get my homie back.
So basically, he's like, listen, I'm gonna take all the L's, I'm gonna take all the memes, I'm gonna take all of the jibber jabber. If that means in the end, I will be able to get my homie back. Like if that means that we'll be able to be solid again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna take the L, but you stalling a little bit. And so now I'm gonna just get off with the music. That's kind of what this is saying. But he says, but fuck it, let's talk about it. Do you think anybody else inside of the business that know they ain't did it would sit here and listen to critics while niggas is tripping and bashing me, out here attacking me? Actually, only reason why I let them do it is because I figured that you would have called a nigga. So he's like, the only reason I sat back and let people do what they do is because I thought eventually you would be the one to call me. But you didn't, so now we gonna get it off in the music. That's what he's saying. But look, it's been over 2 months and all you did was stall, my nigga. This drama is bigger than ever. I thought that we both were bigger than that. Yeah, and the shit that I did, that was whack, but you don't get your nigga back like that. So, you know, he like, it was whack that I was in the pool with Kylie. It was whack that I was entertaining her and I was fucking with you. But damn, you don't throw me under the bus and get me back like that. That's what he's saying, I think, in this line. Let's continue. So he said, I never cared to be that nigga in your fame, shorty. I was playing it back. We never had a thing when we met each other. It was never a thing like that. Spending this time what made us attached. Spending my times what made you react. I'm only human. I gotta be real and tell you that the pain done came with that. Even the feelings is strange at that. How you gonna up and just change the facts, bro? He like, damn. How you gonna up and just change the facts? Basically, you know, at first it just started off on some cool shit. We was just cool vibing as friends. Then it got to be a little bit more, but how can you downplay it? How can you downplay what we had? That's kind of what I'm feeling like he's saying. Or he's saying, how you gonna change the facts of that night when you know what the facts were? Either way, we're gonna continue.
I'm only human, I gotta be real and tell you that the pain that came with that. Even the feeling is strange at that. How you gonna up and just change the facts?
So that is a song where he was, you know, also addressing the situation, and he was particularly addressing the situation that happened that night. I'm gonna go over one more song. It's a song called Friends Become Strangers. We're gonna read through Friends Become Strangers, and then I'm going to end the video. He has a whole album addressing this, and each song you get a little bit more of the story. You don't get the story in one song. You listen to the song and you get a lot of things, that a lot of questions that people had, you get it answered in different songs. So we're gonna go over Friends Become Strangers, and then, you know, I'll end it with what some of my night owls think about this situation. So Friends Become Strangers. You been tripping, I've been tripping, still ain't on the same shit. You still in my kitchen arguing about the same shit. Who and what and why I don't call you my main bitch. Everything is changing. Friends turn to strangers. Friends turn to dangers. Friends ain't your friends even if they giving ultimatums. So basically, it's like, listen, I want more out of this. You ain't even calling me your girl. And you know what I'm saying? This ain't what it is. I done been through all these stages. You just act so different now. Ain't nothing that amazes me when you be tripping. How you speak when you be tripping. I can see that you be slipping. That tequila that you sipping. I know, yes, I was tripping. I envisioned something different from the situation. You was my bitch. Not only that, you was my nigga. Got me through when all these niggas hated. You started taking me too serious, and that's when it all desolated. You started taking me too serious, and that's when I was desolated. So as soon as you started like really catching feelings for me, that's when all hell started to break loose. As soon as she caught feelings is when, you know, who that bitch Tory? I'm just gonna imagine that's kind of what was going on, but that's kind of what I feel like he's saying. She started tripping on him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, like, I ain't going for this and that, da, da, da. So it says, you yourself don't even know the full story. Why you letting people escalate it? And I know you got them people in your ear, but we both know the situations and niggas hate it. You yourself don't even for now. We'll talk about it when it's time. It feel like my little baby been confiscated, taken away from me. I was making a way for us. We was tripping off of them couples trying to do it how they do it. We was up and she was up and I was up. So basically, he like, damn, y'all done took my baby from me. Like, you know, he feel like people done got in her ear and then took his girl from him. Like, he feel like people is putting stuff in her head for her to go off of. Okay? Then he says, we PJ fluid, it was fluent, had us moving like it's water to fluid. I'm your water, you're the cruise. I had it moving, how you moving? Woo. Out of mind and out of sight, I've been getting right. I slid with the Crodies, I've been on the flight. 9 bands in my pocket, 19 on my right. So basically he like, listen, we was taking private flights to see each other. We was linking up privately. You flying to me, I'm flying to you. And, you know, hopefully one day we'll be able to get back on one accord. We both know what happened. What happened to passion doing the most, and you know that it's taking me back and hiding emotions and stories, but you know it don't work. A couple things won't ever change. The common propaganda around my name is never strange. When it gets strange, when you start lying to your best friend about us doing things, and hope she ain't entertained. So it's like you lying about her, you lying to her about where we are with our relationship, but all the while that you're lying to her, you're hoping that she don't try to entertain me, because she probably thinking I'm free, but really, lo and behold, me and you is a thing, and you hoping it's a mess. So then he says, or is it strange when the loving come with secrets and games? When the world unveil your curtains and all they laughing at your pain. But does it change when we both reveal that both our mothers died and we still dealing with some pain and need someone to entertain? Or does it change when you break down in my arms and start crying and feeling like you alone and I tell you everything's okay? So basically what he's saying is, you know, me and you had a common bond. Like, he's saying he lost his mama, she lost her mama, and they had a common bond in that regard. And he was able to comfort her in those times and when she vented about it, because he can relate, being that he also lost his mom. And feeling like you were alone, I tell you everything's okay. And I know I ain't running game. Even Munchie know my aims. But will you ever know my name and not just Tory from this fame? Like, will you ever know me for me and not, you know, the smoke and mirrors that this fame brings? Will we ever talk about this? Will we ever control the game? Or will we keep on acting like I put you in danger and some pain? And when you hop back in the car with me, you knew everything was safe. So basically on that part, he's talking about how before the cops came, Meg Thee Stallion was in the car with Tory Lanez. So they were driving together when they got pulled over. And this was after the alleged shooting. Now, you know, he's saying like, you already knew that you was safe with me. The reason why you was in the car with me in the first place or whatever. And he's talking about that because a lot of people were like, well, how did she get back in the car with him? Like, you know, a lot of people were like, wait, how did she end up in the car? And so he's saying like at that moment that she got in the car, she knew that she was safe with him. We're going to continue reading. It says, please don't let these niggas make you change. We both know what happened that night and what I did, but it ain't what they saying. But when the feelings change, the pain start oozing from the heart and start cruising through the vein. Start leaking out your mouth when you hop on live and talk live. It's oozing through your brain. Listen, we watch them animes, still granted from my player phase. Potentials of being B and J, just watching from my fan base. I'm trying to get back to the days when you would hop on the jet, land in Miami for a span of days and stay with me. Or back when I would do the same, Atlanta plane from A to Z, and I pull up in your driveway in the AMG. When Fo would run up out the door and you would come outside looking gracefully. So again, this is him also further talking about how they will fly and creep on the low. And I step out the car and see your two arms embracing me. We both playing games with money, power, and fames, but just tell me how it changed. Have your feelings rearranged, or deep down, are they the same? Because I just want to reconcile with you. So basically he's like, are you putting on a front? Like, are you really not fucking with me? Or deep down, do you still got love for me deep down inside? Like, is there still a chance that we can still talk and be cool? Can we still fucking be friends? And he's saying that he didn't shoot her and that people are putting stuff in his head. Now, there are several other songs that he addressed her in, but I just wanted to sit here and break down the lyrics of the three main ones where he kind of directly talks about that night. There are other songs that he talks about it as well, but you know, this will be a long video if I was going through every single thing. I want to know what you guys think about the way in which he dropped the song. I want to know what you think about what he said in the song. There's a lot of people who are now saying that they feel like Meg Thee Stallion is lying, and they felt like she lied, and that they feel like he didn't shoot her. I'm like, y'all really think that he really didn't shoot her? Like, people really legit are saying that they feel like she totally lying and that she just probably really stepped on glass. And I'm like, it's crazy.
What's up, Nique? So my thoughts on the Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion situation is, you know, I think his album was fire for one. Like, that shit was hitting. As soon as you turned it on, like, I was like, okay, I hear you. But I think that he's telling the truth. I think that it was a misunderstanding and that she was fucked up. Like, they drank too much, and I think he did something that night with either Kylie or her best friend, I forget her name, Kelsey, but I don't think that he shot Meg Thee Stallion. And I think that she only ran with that narrative because it looked bad and she was mad. That's it. I'm at the drive-thru and it's my turn.
Okay, so I interrupt these voice notes to read one of the comments that was left on my IG. It says, his transparency and truth made this his best body of work yet. This man is not lying. If we're not biased and honest, his truth sounds more logical and overall makes more sense than what Megan is saying. Everyone is running with this protect the black woman narrative, but never stop to think maybe his silence was his way of protecting not only himself, but her as well. Only a nigga in love would take L's and public humiliation he did in order to keep her from looking crazy in these streets, even though she flipped. The laws be looking for reasons to lock a nigga up or kill him. It's like him not being arrested don't mean anything just because Megan gave the story that she did, which doesn't make complete sense if we're honest. This dude put all the biz out there and didn't leave out anything. Everyone that was there that night turned their back on Megan. Kylie and her best friend Kelsey. Why is that? People refuse to use their own minds. They're just doing what's easy and running with the popular narrative. It's ridiculous. Anyways, straight fire, back-to-back bangers. Hats off to him. So that is one of the comments that was left on my IG. Now back to the voice notes.
What's up, Nique? I'm KD. The D is for Dominique too. What's up, Nique? But my thoughts on the Tory Lanez Megan situation, it's just super messy. Like, I feel bad for Megan because by her not responding with, you know, the law in the first place from getting shot, it just snowballed into this now, you know, the situation where this man can say that he didn't even do it. And everybody is so focused on like the music and focused on his response, or what I think is lack thereof, a response for real, a real response, that it doesn't even matter that somebody shot at her, you know, like that's what it's come to, you know what I mean? Like, as a black woman, you can't, it's just sad. It's just real sad. There were 4 people in the vehicle. It's only 4 people because the neighbors were the ones who called the police in the first place. So we know that's the truth. We know she actually went to the hospital. We saw her on camera about to pass out, blood leaking from her leg. And, you know, like, none of this matters. You know what I'm saying? And it's only because she's a black woman. Because if she were someone else, you know, the response would be different. But
It's just super sad. It's sad.
My other big problem with this is that for Tory, why I don't care to listen to his music is for him, if he didn't do it, then like, who did it then? You okay with somebody just shooting at a woman that you so-called love, that you so-called care for? Like, you cool with that? Like, whoever did it, just, oh, well, she got shot? Like, that's so lame to me.
Hey Nique, this is Sheikah. I think that Tory album is fire. I think that he's finally telling us some of the details of what happened that night. I think that he's being very honest and very truthful about what his account of that night is that happened. I believe that Megan has a lot of people in her ear, and she doesn't even really know what happened that night. So to just blame him because someone else told you to just doesn't make sense. Thanks. Oh yeah, one last thing, and that's because I wanted to keep bringing it up last night, but a lot of people keep on saying that we're victim shaming, and I just think that stop victimizing ourselves so much, and let's not paint this narrative and now pin black men against black women. Like, it is what it is. Nobody knows what happened. There's 3 sides to every story. There's his side, her side, and then there's the truth. Hopefully, the truth will one day come out. But honestly, I believe that they could just be together right now. They may be listening to this album together right now and laughing at everybody because honestly, the internet took the situation and they ran with it and they put so many different narratives behind it that nobody really knows what's going on but the two of them, honestly. So, yeah.
Okay, so I feel like Tory Lanez could have been a man. He could have simply, came out publicly, had a article released, something over music. Like, be a man about it. Own up to it. You shot her and you owe her a public apology, period. There's no reason why you make a song lying, saying that you didn't do it. We saw the gunshots. You were in the car with her when she got out of the car shot. He needs to own up to it and face the facts that he has issues and he shot a woman. It doesn't matter if it was in her foot. It doesn't matter that she's alive. You cannot belittle a situation like that. That is not okay. And yeah. I used to, fuck with Tory Lanez. I like his music, but otherwise, he's canceled. I'm sorry, but that's just not okay. Also, I do want to add really quick that I feel as if, I don't think he should have, jumped on live and made a video saying that he didn't do it, whatever the case. But either way, she was injured. She was hurt. He owed her a public apology. He could have had attorneys draft up something to release a statement, something. But, I mean, music was his choice. I get where he's trying to come from, but then again, I don't. Because if you did something, own up to it. You're a grown-ass man. It's time to grow up. There's no reason why you should be busting down a female with your gun over whatever. I don't care if she punched him in the head 5 times. That's not okay to shoot somebody. But maybe we don't think the same. I know a lot of guys are not level-headed with a lot of situations. They react off of impulse. They react off of anger. But either way you want to put it, either way you want to, look at it, it's not okay.
So I became a fan of Tory during quarantine radio. And around the same time, I became a fan of Meg. Just like everybody else, I was shocked when the shooting happened, and then Meg came out and said her responses and stuff, and I was still kind of lost. Like, something doesn't sound right. But now that Tory Lanez opened it up, I feel like maybe people were in Meg's ears and telling her, you need to say this, say that, and she might have just got caught up in everything and said what she said. I don't know. I have no idea. So, I mean, Tory Lanez, I'm low-key kind of on his side. And but other than that, the album is fire. The album is super lit. And you can tell Tory Lanez must really love Meg, because the whole album is him still apologizing for something that he even says, you know, on a few songs that, you know, he was in the wrong for feeling Kylie because she was looking good or whatever. And, you know, Meg and him know what really happened. Who knows what really happened? Maybe they'll come out soon enough. Why haven't they seen the bullets that was in his gun versus the bullet that was in her foot? You know, stuff like that. But Tory is bold. I mean, everybody did call him out. That's true. But man, he's coming up at some people like Bun B and J.R. Smith and Chance the Rapper. Like, he's calling them all out on whatever they said, whatever they did. So I'm ready to see what's next.
Hi, Nique. I think that people are still trying to give Tory Lanez a pass on this Meg Thee Stallion issue. A lot of guys are still bashing her in defense of Tory Lanez, and you know, I still I have a 19-year-old daughter, so I have a little compassion for the young lady. So I kind of lean toward believing her.
I only listen to the excerpts that were posted on various websites because I don't want to support the album. At the end of the day, streams equals money for him, and I don't think he should get paid off of the situation. If you wanted to tell your side of the story, you could have came on live, told your part of the story. It's not like you are not familiar with live and putting your face out there and all that, but you're literally trying to capitalize off of the situation, and that's not cool. So, yeah, I won't be listening to the album because I don't think he should get paid off of that tragic situation.
Hey, Nique. So I don't have a problem with Tory Lanez saying his side in his music as an artist. I believe he deserves to tell his side. And I also believe that he's innocent till proven guilty, and he deserves his day in court. I do support Meg, but at the same time, I'm not going to cancel someone when he hasn't been proven guilty.
What's up, Nique and Nite? This your boy DQ, H-Town's finest singer, songwriter, artist. Question: when did hip-hop, a male-dominated industry, get to this where a nigga can sell their music based off a whole situation like this and fundamentally it be okay with these niggas? Just ask your fans that shit. And I'm from H-Town, where Meg from, and we don't play that about our females, period. So this shit is looking real lame and cap as fuck. And for hip-hop to be attached to this shit, all of these niggas that's behind these music executive tables and the niggas that be talking about this and that and this and that got all these voices and speak for the people, yeah, where they at? And who made this shit okay? Period.
So I want to know what you guys think. Let's talk about it down below. If you did not check out my live where I had all the callers calling in and we anticipated the live that we thought that was going to happen, make sure to check that out. I will have it linked in the description below. All right, guys, that's all for this video. Stay tuned for more celebrity news and gossip. But in order to do that, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button right now. All right, guys, peace.